Hi everyone, welcome to episode 10 of elle-TV. I am filming from Los Angeles, California. If you squint a little bit in the distance, you can see the Hollywood sign. I am just up this trail from the Griffith Park Observatory. If you are passing through LA and you've never been, I highly recommend that you come up here. This video is really hard for me to film. I've been thinking about it all week. I received an email from a student who graduated several years ago who I was very fond of and close to. She emailed me about the tough time that she is having in her workplace. She wrote that she felt like she was living in a culture of fear, that she felt trapped, that she's never been so stressed in her life. She said that her supervisors are more interested in power and control rather than investing in their employees or making sure that they are okay. So the question is, how do you cope in an environment like that? You have done absolutely the right thing in reaching out, and I hope that you do that with others as well. The best thing is to find support and to reach out to others who can help you, who can do something or help you do something about your situation. You are not helpless. I know that I taught you and that I encouraged you to be strong and resourceful, and you have, and that is something that you can stand on in terms of your legal training. So there are some things that you can do right now while you're in that situation. One, you want to talk to an employment lawyer as soon as possible, not with a view to suing, but in a view to understanding what they can and cannot do while you're in that workplace and what you should be thinking of. So reach out, find an employment lawyer, ask your friends. You know a million lawyers because you went to law school, so you're already ahead of the curve. Two, you should write down everything. You want to create a written record of everything that is transpiring. Sometimes employers either unconsciously or consciously will do everything verbally. So they'll give you a verbal warning that's sort of hanging over your head and you don't know what the impact of that verbal warning is. You want to take that verbal warning and put it in writing, send an email back and say, I received this verbal warning from you yesterday. It was concerning this behavior. My understanding is that I should be doing these 3 things in order to improve. Is that your understanding? End with a question so that you can try to ask them to confirm in writing. That is also another powerful thing because it may send a signal to them that you are not someone that they can walk over easily. I hate to say this, but it's very sad, but it's true, which is that sometimes in a workplace, people can take you for granted and people can think that if you are nice, that you are willing to take anything and that you'll just walk away rather than sort of stick it out and what I'm calling fight, which to me just means standing up for your rights. And you need to make very clear in a non-abrasive, non-confrontational way that that is not the person who you are. And in this particular circumstances, I know that you said that you can't really walk away, that it took you a long time to get that job. And so you don't have the option of just up and quitting because there are people who are relying on you. And so if you are in that circumstance, one, you want to take care of yourself. So, seek help, seek professional help so that there's someone that you are talking to besides your coworkers. Commiseration is great, but only up until a point, and it can make you feel worse, worse and worse each day. One thing that I frequently do when I am in a stressful or distressing situation is to find nature wherever it may be. And that doesn't mean that you have to go on some extended, planned, really expensive trip, but it may just mean finding beauty wherever you are. And there is beauty everywhere. Right now, I am off the 5 freeway headed back up to the Bay. And as many of you know, the 5 is probably one of the ugliest freeways out there. Not a lot to see, but it's fast, which is why I appreciate it. But just off the 5 is this beautiful lake. It's called Pyramid Lake. And I've always wanted to stop here, but I'm always in a rush by the time I get to this point in the journey. So I never stop. But as you can see, it's just a gorgeous place. And sometimes you just need a little bit of beauty in your life or in your circumstance in order to help give you perspective and help you think through your situation. Yes, it's important to seek out other people and to get other opinions and to get resources and support. However, sometimes you just need to check in with yourself and to figure out what it is that you want to do. Sometimes people are free with the advice, and I discount my own feelings, my own gut. And a lot of times when I have a little bit of space and time to check in with myself, I know what the answer is. And so you may know deep inside what the answer is for you. And it doesn't help to have other people tell you kind of what that answer is. And you may not be able to get to that answer because you are upset and you're in the midst of distress. So I would encourage you to find a place that you can experience just a little bit of peace and a little bit of calm. As you can see, there's a rest area, not so sexy, behind me. But again, this place is beautiful. So find a place of peace for yourself, wherever that may mean. And that may help you get into a mindset of, I can do this, I can solve this problem. Until next week.